And our special guest in the booth, Ken Rosenthal, after this pitch to Chris Carter. Up and away, ball one. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh, pleasure. How you guys doing?
You have some great postseason memories here, don't you?
I do. Tremendous postseason memories here. Giordano being maybe the main one, and of course Game 7. But that was, well, those were two special nights, to say the least.
It's you know, the afterglow of that is still here, in that, you know, the fans are just so in love with this team, and I'm trying to think, the farther we get away from it, the more I think we'll see the historical perspective of what the Royals accomplished. I mean, it, to me, and I'm going to be biased because I lived through some of the dark years here, but the turnaround, I mean, it's got to be one of the best baseball turnaround stories in the last 25 years at least, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I was talking to some people here tonight, some friends, and they were recounting how bad the team was for a while. And frankly, it's easy to say now, but it makes it that much sweeter to experience what the Royals experienced in those 2 years. And you're right, the glow, that will never be forgotten. These players will come and go, we all know that, but Hosmer will always be special here. Moustakas will always be special here. Kane, the whole group. Wade Davis. And it just speaks to what they built and what Dayton Moore built, and it really was unique and is unique.
Rosie, but this is only my 6th year here. The things I remember are the special, classy things that the organization does. The Giants won in 14. They beat us here. They turned the fountains orange as an outward congratulations. You guys beat us fair and square. I mean, you know, those are things that a lot of organizations don't even think of. And
well,
so
that's true, Rex.
They do it the right way here.
That's true.
They take care of their people.
I will say this. I don't live here. I don't cover the team daily, but the players, almost to a man, speak of Dayton Moore with reverence. Now, Rex, you played. You don't often speak of your general manager with reverence. It's not the way it goes in this game.
Or you don't say anything.
Or you don't say anything, right. And I was just talking to Duffy today about this, and he was saying that he respects Dayton, thinks he's a man of integrity, and that all of that does permeate throughout an organization. There's no question about it. And listen, Dayton Moore is a general manager. He's going to make moves we like, moves we don't like, moves that work out, moves that don't work out. But those bonds and all of that, and the way they handle tragedy here, well, it speaks volumes.
Since we don't know how long we're going to have you in the booth, let's dive right into some baseball topics right here. Okay. I'm looking at the standings here, and I want to get your thoughts on some of the teams that are playing well that may be classified as a surprise. And of course, every time we have a guest in the booth, it flies right by. 2 down in the 3rd inning. Yankees, I guess, would be a surprise, right? Okay. Minnesota, maybe to this point. And are the Astros ever going to lose a game the rest of this year?
They will, but they're good. And the Yankees just got done with them, and their people were very impressed. And rightly so. It's a complete team. And with McCann and Beltran and Reddick, they added some adults in the room, which they were lacking. They needed more of a balance there with some veteran leadership, for lack of a better term. They have that. They have top of the rotation, 2 terrific pitchers, Keuchel and McCullers, and the bullpen is lights out. Now, I wrote about this today, actually. They're still looking for another starting pitcher. They may also want to get a left-handed reliever. They're not, like every team, they're not perfect, but they are right now the class of the league, and I expect that to continue. That's not a fluke.
So do you think that it was a maturity issue last year as a group, which resulted in them suffering a backslide last year? Or part of the problem?
I don't know that I would go that far.
Okay.
I don't know that it was a problem. The way I see it, it benefits a Correa, even in Altuve, who's more established, to have Carlos Beltran, a guy who is basically a second hitting coach, someone who has seen it all, someone who just has a tremendous perspective about the game. Brian McCann is much the same way. Not necessarily the hitting coach part of it, but he's someone that pitchers really like throwing to. And Reddick's simply a good veteran player. It just helps the balance. And it's something that they lacked and needed.
When Marisnik threw out the runner at home and McCann put the tag on him, you saw McCann with an unbridled joy, like, yeah, guys, right here's what we do. You're right. You got to have veteran leadership.
This is where we wish we had 7 outs in an inning.
You want me to stay
Never
one more
works
half?
out of the way. Can you?
Yes.
Okay.